Walker's Run. Walker's Run is an acoustic bluegrass band based out of Lexington, Virginia, who also play newgrass and jazz music. History. In 1997, Brennan Gilmore of Lexington, Virginia gathered together musicians from his hometown and from the University of Virginia, where he was studying international relations, to create the band Walker's Run. The group combined Rockbridge County mountain music, Blue Ridge bluegrass, and the indie rock experience of Gilmore's high school band, Concordia Discourse. They packed major Charlottesville venues such as the Star Hill Music Hall, while becoming regulars at smaller venues like Miller's and Michael's Bistro. Their repertoire included new takes on the old-time canon, an eclectic group of covers and crowd favorites along with original songs. The Walker's Run sound is best defined by compositions like Torrent by songwriter Gilmore. The band sold thousands of copies of their eponymous debut CD Walker's Run before taking a long-term hiatus. During Gilmore's stateside posts, the band reunites and invites new fans to local shows. In the interim, band members have continued separate musical careers, including collaborations with Sub-Saharan and North African musicians and reggae fusion, to producing bluegrass records. In 2009, the group reformed, welcoming two new members, mandolin player Andy Thacker with Adrian Young and Fairweather Bums, and fiddler Nick Reeb of King Wilkie. The other band members are founding members Brennan Gilmore on guitar, switching from mandolin and vocals, and Zach Blatter on upright bass. Will Lee of the legendary McGraw Gap, and an early musical mentor to the younger Walker's Run members growing up in Rockbridge County, often joins the group on banjo and vocals. Early members of the group from Lexington, Brian Calhoun and Randall Ray, ended up making instruments together, forming Rockbridge Guitar Company to ply their craft and trade. Other groups. Two members of McGraw Gap, the musical inspiration for Walker's Run, have performed with the group, Will Lee and Danny Nicely. Lee and Nicely also perform as a duo. Lee's father joined the Stanley Brothers as lead guitarist after playing with Bluegrass Tar Heels, special protégés of Bill Monroe. And Marie Calhoun Simpson has toured with Jethro Tull and Anderson, performed with Ringo Starr, and played with the rock supergroup Super Heavy Mick Jagger, Dave Stewart, Joss Stone, A.R. Rahman, and Damian Marley on their debut studio album. Early Walker's Run members Billy Cardine and Ben Krakauer have helped form other groups, the Biscuit Burners and Old School Freight Train, respectively, in addition to their own solo careers. And Marie's sister Mary Simpson, who has also played fiddle and sung with the group, has originated Whiskey Rebellion. She joined Yanni in September 2010 for his South American tour, also performing with the composer in Puerto Rico. Gilmore, Lee, Nicely, and Calhoun perform with another group out of Lexington and Rockbridge County, Gary Rulli and Mule Train. As Gary Rulli states, "There's so many great pickers who live in or near Rockbridge County that it's not difficult to get a bunch of friends together and make music." Performance. Walker's Run and its members have appeared on stages throughout the United States and overseas, including the Kennedy Center, Telluride Bluegrass Festival, Theater at Lime Kiln, and many others. Walker's Run were highlighted at the 2009 Watermelon Park Festival in Berryville, Virginia, where McGraw Gap had reunited for an appearance the year prior, and Gary Rulli and Mule Train performed the following year. Musical style. Walker's Run performs traditional bluegrass material in a hard-charging mountain metal style, always pushing the edges into other genres such as jazz, blues, reggae, and even rock. They perform bluegrass covers of Beatles tunes together with those by reggae great Bob Marley. There's a roughness to the music. Our sound is more raw mountain music than cleaner traditional bluegrass. Distinctions, honors, and awards. Their self-release EP Silver was named one of Peter Jones' best folk albums of 2015 in the folk department of WTJU, University of Virginia radio station. In April 2012, the group performed at the Sala de Conciertos La Paz as a benefit for La Escuela de Música del Estado, the State Music School of Mexico in La Paz, Baja California Sur, Mexico. Gary Rulli and Mule Train were the 2010 winners of the Rockbridge County, Virginia Chamber of Commerce Rockbridge Community People's Choice Awards Group Arts/Entertainer of the Year. And Marie Calhoun was the winner of the My Grammy Moment contest at the 50th Grammy Awards on February 10, 2008, playing live with the Foo Fighters during the broadcast. The Pat Rulli Trophy for Best All-Around Bluegrass Performer at the Maury River Fiddlers Convention, which held its 17th annual event in 2010 in Buena Vista, Virginia, was won by Will Lee in 2008. In the past half-decade, current and previous members of Walker's Run have won numerous awards at the Maury River Fiddlers Convention, including first-place finishes for Will Lee on guitar in 2005, 2007, and 2008, and second-place awards to Danny Nicely for bluegrass fiddle in 2007 and 2009. Will Lee's father joined the legendary Stanley Brothers as lead guitarist after playing with Bluegrass Tar Heels, special protégés of Bill Monroe. On his mother's side, Grandpa Clark was a fine ragtime pianist whose two sons both play guitar, while William Penman Lee, the grandfather he was named after, was a respected clawhammer banjo player in Alabama and Mississippi. Danny Nicely's grandfather, A.O. Nicely, played old-time guitar, mandolin, and fiddle as leader of the Nicely family band. His father played bass and banjo in A.O.'s band. He also led his own country and bluegrass band, Dominion Express. Danny's mother had two groups, Heartland, a country and gospel band, as well as a large dance troupe, the Massanutten Mountain Cloggers. McGraw Gap, a band including Will Lee and Danny Nicely, took first place at the Telluride Bluegrass Festival in 1995. Personnel. Brennan Gilmore guitar/vocals. Will Lee banjo/vocals. Andy Thacker mandolin/vocals. Zach Blatter bass. Nick Reed fiddle/vocals. Previous members: and Marie Calhoun Nee Simpson fiddle/vocals. Mary Simpson. Brian Calhoun guitar. Steve Hoke fiddle. Randall Ray guitar. Billy Cardine dobro. Ben Krakor banjo. Mark Krakor guitar. Discography. Silver 2015 self-release EP. Live at Lime Kiln 2009. Recorded at the Theater at Lime Kiln in Lexington, Virginia on September 6, 2009. Walker's Run 2000, Concordia Discours Recordings Asin, B59 M4WWW. Video. Walker's Run and Friends Last Song and Encore at Theater at Lime Kiln 5/29/11. Walker's Run at Gravity Lounge in Charlottesville, VA, February 9, 2008. Orange Blossom Special published January 31, 2008. Gary Rulli and Mule Train play Orange Blossom Special with twin fiddles. Features Gary Rulli and Marie Calhoun, Brennan Gilmore, Danny Nicely, and Will Lee. East Virginia Blues published January 28, 2008. Rockbridge County Bluegrass at its best, featuring Gary Rulli, Brennan Gilmore, Will Lee, and Marie Calhoun, and David Nicely. Great Balls of Fire published March 14, 2008. New song for the bluegrass repertoire of Gary Rulli, and Mule Train, featuring Gary Rulli guitar, Will Lee banjo, Brennan Gilmore mandolin, David Nicely bass, and Mary Simpson fiddle at Queen City Brewery, Staunton, Virginia. Rulli's Sideshow Circuit with Anne-Marie Calhoun published March 10, 2008. Gary Rulli plays the Downtown Lexington Festival 2001 with Anne-Marie Calhoun fiddle, Rooster Rulli banjo, and Brennan Gilmore mandolin.